Welcome back, guys. You are on Art and Culture Monday, and with me, Karen Blessing, and I am not alone on set. Yes, I am with a gentleman that I, for one, respect, to admire. So we are going to have a nice conversation on our topic of the day, and also lobby for him because he has decided to get into politics. So we get to know him a little bit, and then we are going to, hear what he has to actually offer. Tony, good morning.
To you too, Karen.
How are you?
You look very nice in white.
Thank you very much.
Kama hujambiwa ni wivu. You look very nice.
Thank you very much.
I love white on you. Good to see you. Nice to meet you. It's a pleasure to have you.
Good to meet you
Asante.
too. Yes. I want you to say hi to guys at home. We know you. We know your face, but just because it is your first time here, it may be a first time for some of our audiences to actually see and know you. So I want you to say hi, tell us who you are, and therefore we will dive right in.
My name is Tony Kwalanda. I am an aspirant or aspiring to be the member of County Assembly in Kakamega County in a very beautiful ward by the name Manda Shivanga. It is actually next to the road that comes from, that's Eldoret on your way to Webuye.
Yes.
So it's right there. I want to be the member. I want to be the leader of that particular ward. I have been a journalist for over 10 years in almost different media stations. And I am 37 years old, turning 38 just after April Fool's Day. So this year is very special to me because I'll be celebrating two things. My birthday and being sworn in as the third member of County Assembly for Manda Shivanga Ward.
I like that. Welcome to KUTV.
It's a pleasure to be here. I've never been here.
Yes,
I know my very good friend Florence Ndungu works here in the sports department, so I watch KUTV sports. But now I start watching you, and I started watching you, Juicy, because I was interested and I was told that you do this show.
Yes.
So I'm honored to be here.
Yes, Karibu sana. I was wondering, in your 10 years of media, where have you been? How have you not been in Kenyatta University? He has not been here before. That is the question I was asking.
I have been here in spirit.
Yes.
Here I've been in spirit. I've watched the shows here.
Yes.
We have assisted each other with Florence getting our guests to come here for sports shows. So we've always been here. We've met with KUTV on assignments in the field. So definitely I've just been here but not been here. But I've mingled with KUTV. Asante sana.
You are welcome physically.
Thank you.
We invite you physically on Arts and Culture Monday.
Asante.
And KUTV in general.
Yes.
Now I want you to take us back to media a little bit.
Yes.
You have been in media for 10 years.
Yes, 10 years.
I haven't been here half that time. So I want to know what drove you to get into the media space. Before we get into the political space, how did you get into the media space? Yes.
I've been in Daystar University. I've been there, and of course, while at Daystar, we have a station there known as Daystar Radio and TV. So that's where my journey began in media.
Yes.
After that, I just told myself I have to be famous. That's something that I've always wanted to be, even from the time I was still in primary school, from the time I was still in secondary school. So I wanted always to be in media because I wanted to be in the business of sharing information and sharing stories of people that had not been said.
Exactly.
So in 2009, I did my internship at K24 for around 5 months without pay.
Yes.
And I have to insist this because most of our students or those who aspire to be journalists never want to do volunteer work. They never want to do internships. They want to be paid to do internship. They should actually
work. They want to graduate today.
They just want to leave school and get money. No, it doesn't work like that. You just have to get there, do your bit, you will shine, and your work will be out there. Because an art is something that is within you. So someone will see it. And someone saw my potential.
Yes.
And soon I was presenting, soon I was doing reports, soon I was becoming a brand ambassador, soon I was becoming I was like I did my job and the rest just came in.
Yes. So as long as you're investing in your skills, someone will see you and the money will come.
Definitely, it will.
Yes.
Here, we force issues at I just want to shine. Nini, don't force issues. It took time. It takes a lot of hard work.
Yes.
Because I have done camera work.
Yeah.
I know how to do camera work. The cameras are looking at us. I know how to do white balance and all those things for those settings. I know how to report in the field. I've also done, I know how to drive myself to the assignment because at K24 sometimes we never had enough drivers take us to sports events. So I found myself driving, going to report, being the camera person and doing everything. Producer, director on the ground.
Yes.
That's Florence will tell you that, because that's how we used to meet in the field, and they're wondering, why are you doing this one-man guitar?
Yes.
But it paid off. Look at us where we are. We graduated.
Exactly.
We've been editors. We've been all. So it's a process. It's never something that you one day you want to be an editor.
Yes.
No.
And you're there shining.
You have to grow.
I like it. I like it now, because even on this side of the camera, when you're telling someone, I don't like this video, you're telling them, I can do better. I can do this thing.
Yes.
So why are you doing some shoddy work behind the camera?
I will definitely criticize you on that. And of course, positive criticism is very nice. So definitely that's the things we're doing. And right now I'm a media consultant. I do a lot of public relations work, marketing work. We do video content production for companies that want their content on social media, on mainstream media, all those things. Yes.
Plus, also, can you emphasize to guys at home that this gathering those skills helps you even when you're not in front of the camera. Like, you can do a lot of other things and earn a whole lot of money just from doing other things that you gathered along the way.
Exactly. Once you're in television and your skills are out there, I'm very good. I'm more of humorous. I do a lot of humorous pieces.
Yes.
I do a lot of humorous entertainment sort of work. So through that, someone noticed.
Yeah.
And I remember in 2016, I was the first person. I don't know if I was. I struck a mega deal with a betting firm.
Yes.
And it's just not because I was good than any other person, but because of the passion I displayed in the work I was doing.
Yes.
And we like what people do right now. I'm very happy. The students are out there. Those who are upcoming journalists, they scare us because they're actually sweeping us away from the main stage. Watu wanachukua kazi zetu. But you're happy. Once you do that, you will definitely, it will propel you to the right tables or to the right boardrooms. So just do your thing. Someone will see it. Out here, someone will just call me, Tony, I know you're good in this. Can you come cover my event? Or do you know someone? So I normally recommend a lot of people or do the business.
Yes.
So that is not something that came in one day. I worked through it, did my bit. Now let me just harvest what I sowed.
Exactly. I like that, because I wanted us to dwell there a little bit, because it is this Tony that is now getting into politics. And we need to know the person before the name, because the name is out there, but who is the person? What is the process that has made Tony to be the person that he is right now? And I think residents of where you are vying can tell, okay, that gentleman is not just expecting. He didn't wake up one day and think, MCA. I think MCA is a good job too. You took your time, because the discussion we are having here today is leading to leadership is not just about popularity. Can you tell me that? Can you talk to me about that a little bit? Are our artists, including yourself, because you are an artist, ready for leadership?
Yeah, it's a journey that started way when I was still in primary school. I've been in leadership from primary school, from kindergarten, from Sunday school. Those things that you do in Sunday school, people take it for granted when you be given leadership in Sunday school. When you are an usher in church, people take it for granted. But those things are building you, molding you, and preparing you for the next stage. This, of course, in primary school, Star Academy Mayakalo, I was a prefect all the way from class 1 all the way to class 8.
Yes.
In high school, the same thing. I was a prefect from Form 1 all the way to Form 4. In college, Daystar University, I took up leadership positions in different sectors of the university. Like in this university, Kenyatta University, there's normally new students coming in. There's that orientation period. We used to have a body that used to assist new students in Daystar to come into campus, settle in, show them around. Now, those were leadership skills.
Yes.
I was in different clubs. I was in the station of the university. I was also doing, because you see, I used to pay my school fees. Apparently, I didn't have a lot of money to pay my school fees. So I used to work, get scholarships from first year in campus. So these things have basically grown me up. In Daystar, I was also the Secretary General. I was the CEO of Daystar University Student Association in 2006.
Yes.
So we've done campaigns in that university that had over 2,000 voters. I'm using that as voters. So basically, the journey of being a leader doesn't just come up just because you're popular.
Yes.
No, it starts from, people can see it from way back.
Exactly. And
in Daystar, it just sprang up, and I said to myself, one day, one time, when God gives me the resources, the energy, and the will to do this and the life to it, I will definitely get into it.
So in short, you're telling us Tony could be a leader whether if he was popular or not.
Exactly.
The skills have been honed over time. I'm asking this because the questions we would ask this artist is, do you have the capability to lobby for ideas, to make policies, to make policies in parliament, to take up a debate, and actually someone listens to you and is like, okay, that's not just a good looking man. His brains are in place. He has information. He has knowledge about this country, information about the political systems in this country, which I think he is checking. He is checking all these boxes, and I truly like it. The next question which you have answered, I told you, my problem with hosting other media personalities, they keep answering your questions before you ask them. They keep answering all the questions that you have planned.
that's working in media, yeah.
Exactly. So my next one would be, we already know your inspiration into politics and into leadership, and that you have taken up leadership positions, from the small leadership positions all the way to, because I believe being a leader in Desta University, that's big. That's huge. You're
2,000 voters, convincing them. It's not a joke.
Exactly. Human beings already in campus.
Yes.
That has to be a level.
How human beings in campus behave.
Exactly. So if you did handle that, then we are sure that we are in safe hands in your leadership. So tell me, what does it entail now that you are vying for an MCA? When you will come back to vie for presidency, we will be here or in other bigger places. Yes, but what does it take to make a good MCA?
Basically, there are three things to it. First of all, representation.
Yes.
That is one. And then legislation. And then there is oversight.
Yes. Okay.
And the basic, you see, MCAs are the people who are at the core of leadership in this country. Like, we meet the people at their very homes. We meet people at their very need. We meet people where it really matters.
Yes.
Like in Mandashivanga Ward, the campaigns are very simple. It's not like in Nairobi where you have to have this whole lorry to move from Sijui where to where.
Yes.
In Mandashivanga or in that particular ward, we are councillors. You can walk from one homestead to the next, to the other, and you will finish your campaign in 2 days or 3 days if you're walking from homestead to the other. So basically, MCAs, as you're saying, representation. We basically meet this our people, ourselves, and get what really they need.
Exactly.
Yeah, from infrastructure to education to healthcare to the jobs, to factories and stuff. Because in our ward, we are farmers, especially large-scale sugarcane farmers, because we have 2 factories in our constituency.
Yes.
One of the factories borders one of the wards, my ward, Mandashivanga, and Chegulo Butali ward. So we have a huge factory known as Butali Sugar Company, and produce sugar. So definitely we need to ensure that farming is something that we need to build on.
Exactly.
And it's supposed to bring us revenue, not only for ourselves, but also to bring you, Karen, to come and buy land in Mandashivanga to do farming there, whether you like sugarcane farming, yes, or any other kind of farming, because we have huge tracts of land which need to do farming, not only sugarcane, but also maize and other kind of crops that we need to plant.
I like that. So that means that you MCAs are literally the link between the people and their governance.
We are very important. MCAs literally run this particular country.
Yes.
Those are the things, like we connect. We are the bridge between our people in Mandashivanga and the county assembly. That is, of course, the governors. The money that comes from that we are given to the counties, like in Kakamega County, gets about 16-17 billion Kenya shillings from the exchequer to come and do activities, development activities in Kakamega.
Yes.
Now, that money basically has to come straight to the wards.
Exactly.
So if we don't represent our people in Mandashivanga or any other ward in the country properly, these resources are either taken back or diverted to other reasons. That's why I need to come into Mandashivanga. I've seen so many things. Councillors have done a great job in the past 2 years, in the past 2 seasons. However, there is a gap, especially in accountability. I've seen, maybe noticed or heard, that we are seeing MCAs right now running to do development projects, or leaders running and rushing to do activities right now.
Why? They had 5 entire years
5 years to do that. When you get into this position, start doing it.
And you have enough time. I believe 5 years is enough.
A lot of time.
Exactly.
The first year you can settle. Do your activities in the second year.
Yes.
Third year you're enjoying. Fourth year, your activities or projects are doing campaigns for you for free.
Exactly, because people see the work. I think this is where we get it wrong. People see the work that you have put, and even those you have said, leaders, MCAs right now are running back to the villages to make sure that those roads have been smoothened. But we see the time that you're doing it, and we know why you are doing it. So let the work speak for you. So then that would be, you have been here. That means you have been in Nairobi 20 plus years. Why Mandashivanga and not elsewhere?
Somebody asked me, Tony, where you stay? You stay in Nairobi,
exactly.
In Westlands. Why don't you stand in Westlands and do that? Nairobi is overdeveloped. Let me just put that way. It's overdeveloped. And I'm out to ensure that this development also trickles down to our very communities. Karen, you have a beautiful home in your village. I already know where your village is.
Yes.
However, the resources or the potential of that area maybe has not been really tapped in a very nice way.
It's big. I can tell you, I come from South Coast, Ukunda, and I think a lot can be done.
There's a lot of room for development. In Nairobi, you cannot develop it more than where we are, unless you're developing on top of my house or on top of KICC. No. So from what we've learned, from what we've been trained, from what we've seen, the interactions and the connections and the people we've met, and the companies that support us in the projects that we do, let me take those development projects to my village. I've already started doing that. There are polytechnic institutions in my ward. Already one, I have ensured that they'll be getting internships for their motor vehicle training students. That is from CMC Motors. In addition to that, they got a brand new 3.5 million Kenya shillings Ford Ranger engine last December. And that's not any money I've used. Those are the connections and contacts I have that I'm now taking back to my ward. Those are the things we need to do.
Right there, because I think that is the advantage we fail to see about artists and media personalities in general. We are able to create networks. We may not have the money, but we know who has the money. I think a lot of our artists are missing that point, that we have a lot of, we know who is where, who is in what office, what are their capabilities, because we have them on interviews every other day. So we can be able to actually lobby for some of these pluses, some of these things that we can take back to our villages, to take back to our wards and actually have them develop. So in short, you have seen what Westlands has become, and Mandashivanga can be able to become something like that.
Exactly. That's where we want to be. And I will never stop using my expertise. That's basically also one of the duties of the MCA, to use their expertise. I know MCAs, there was a rule they're supposed to have degrees, but they scrapped it off because, MCAs have contact people, so they don't need sometimes degrees or certificate. However, where we are headed to, we need MCAs, we need everybody, not even only MCAs, we need everybody to have papers. These papers propel you to the right offices, to the right boardrooms, to the right mindset, to the right people. Right now, I've told you already of that particular project. I have connections with betting firms. There's one betting firm, as we speak currently, that has offered to give or kit and support football equipment in football teams in my ward for the next, I don't know how long. So already we have given like 6 football teams football equipment and assisted those teams to start business, income generating business as they play football. Those are the connections we are talking about. Mama Mboga is already helping them in those groups that they are doing. I'm trying to connect them with banks that offer loan facilities. We are trying to help them get into this. They have those groups, but they're informal. If we make them formal, give them the right connections with the right companies, Mandashivanga will become the Westlands.
Amazing.
Mandashivanga will become we want to grow with your Ukunda, also a word in Ukunda.
Thank you. So then this brings me to the question, does this skill set cut across the board? Because, the work of an MCA is not the work of an MP, it's not the work of a senator, it's not the work of a governor. And we have artists in all these positions in order. So are they, in your opinion, are they ready for leadership in their specific positions? Because I feel like you are getting in the position of an MCA and you have your facts right. You know what you need to do. But what about these artists that are getting in as an MP, as a senator, as a woman rep? Are they ready with this leadership set?
Yes, they are. I know I can mention likes of Jalango, the likes of Nyamu, the likes of MCJC. Just to mention a few, we have Jackie Maribe, we have several who are running into these offices. And the decision that one makes before they get into a political office is something that you'll spend sleepless nights thinking about. It's not something you just wake up and decide to get in that office. Now, there's that initiation period. And this is the initiation period towards getting into that office. It is not easy. People will now get that culture shock of, oh, oops, I cannot go out and do that. Oh, habari zenyu. It's no longer doing that. Now you have to look serious because I cannot go to my old shosho at home and that's doing, oh, atiniwa mikono juu. No. Right now is the initiation period. And slowly by slowly, they might not be there fully to understand the magnitude of what they're getting into. But by the time you're getting into elections, they would have been sharpened properly. Watakuwa wametulia, watakuwa wamenyenyekea. Even personally myself, I'm being initiated. And it's not a joke. So I know initially it looks simple. But with time, definitely they will understand the kind of responsibilities, and it's not a joke. Being in leadership, Karen, I can tell you for sure. I was told by, I think Miles Muruno said, people should be running away from leadership than getting into leadership. Leadership is not a joke. Leadership is serious responsibility.
Exactly. I hope our artists out there who are watching this and who are going to watch this can get that carefully. And I like that you're also open to learning. We accept that you may not be there fully 100%, but this initiation process it's not a one-day process. So you're getting there and you're getting there good. So I hope that the others are following behind your footsteps to make sure that has happened. Then let me take you back to Manda Shivanga, because that is where you are here. And your counterparts, you will be the third MCA. So there has been a first, a second. What makes you the better pick? Why would I go there and actually vote for Tony Kwalanda as my MCA rather than pick the rest? Because I know there's a whole team vying for MCAs in the area.
Enough. I know several people who are vying. The current MCA, who is Honorable Uvise, is running. There is another one known as Honorable Kivishi. She'll be the first time running. And several others, Kane, Marindi, and several others who are running for this. But I know 3 strong ones, me being at the top of the food chain. Now, basically what I'm saying, what makes me stand out is because I've watched how the office has been run. And I'm just giving you a good example. They're waiting. We've been using roads from the last 5 years. Now they're making roads for us right now. Why? We don't need the roads right now. We need the roads 5 years ago to do our activities. We are farmers. Our tractors get stuck every other time when you're getting sugarcane out there. I cannot go home in peace. I have to get a motorbike because I'm running into rocks and all that. Basically, accountability is very important. And the work of an MCA is to discuss the things that they're going to discuss in the county assembly in openness. I have not seen the openness in Manda Shivanga. I'm a person who can interact with any person at any level, from my shosho there in Fubuye Market, in Namagara, in Muriola. I can easily relate with them. I will not go turn out in a suit. I will wear my akala, my short and my jembe and meet them. When I'm in Nairobi, I will look official. Karen, kwani Skype for Karen?
You are looking good.
So umesema unaniadmire the first time. So basically, there is something different in this kind of leadership that we want to bring in. The current leadership we have are people, they are the old people who've been there a long time. We will not push them out. We will need them because of their experience and guidance to take us through this particular. But we are stronger, we are more faster, we have more ideas. I've told you the connections that I have. I'm not only going to depend on the funding that comes from the county assembly. I am going to complement it with the private sector, which I've already...
The betting farms
the betting farms that I have, the banks that we have, the Mabati factories that we have, the CMCs of this world. We will get into partnership with them to complement our efforts so that now people will not be only expecting money from the county assembly, but we have other things going on. Because we want people to say, bottom up on pesa mfukoni or kazi what at the end of the day the basic needs of that farmer, of that shosho, of that baba need to be just met, fulfilled. Water, food, healthcare.
Yes. So no matter the formula you're using, the resources need to get to the people at the very bottom, if we may say that.
We need to do that. Basic needs. Food. People lack food. You find people just idling, young ones, young talents, young minds. I've already started an entertainment company in my ward with public address systems and generators and all that. have employed. This has employed people.
A lot of people who would be jobless.
Mtu wa bodaboda ananipelekea hiyo mashini mahali. Mtu wa kufanya hiyo kazi entertainment, the DJ anafanya hiyo kazi. Mtu wa kuconnect wire anafanya. The servicing will be done by people in Manda Shivanga. Let's take the goodies. Let's take the expertise to Ukunda, to Manda Shivanga.
Yes.
So that they can benefit.
Exactly.
Nairobi peke yake.
I like that. I want us to talk about openness. Na hii hata si ya wasanii peke. Politicians that we have. You know, I hear 17 billion has been released to Kakamega. 2 billion has been released to sugarcane farmers. We don't know if they are even in Manda Shivanga because it's just sugarcane farmers. And then in time that just sizzles out and there is nothing, there is no information. So will you talk to us about numbers? Will you be open enough about numbers? This is how much we were given. This is how it was broken down. This is how it is reaching that farmer who has 3 acres, 4 acres of sugarcane. Will you be openness with these leaders? What happens, and will you be that open?
That's basic. Thank you for emphasizing. That's my first virtue, my first aspect that makes me stand out.
Yes.
Accountability. I have not seen this leader coming to us and telling us he has been given 20 million to do 1, 2, 3, and it has done that. MCAs get paid. They get allowances. They have a lot of money. They get bribed. Last season, they were given about 5 million Kenya shillings car grant each by the president to pass a BBI. So they have a lot of money.
Yes.
So you don't need to touch money on development. So the numbers that you're talking about are very key. And I'll be very open about it. When we get 20 million, what do Manda Shivanga? Manda Shivanga. No kunyola send it to Kakamega County. Yeah, if you get this money from Kakamega County, 20 billion, 20 million, we will dissect it and no single cent will be lost. I am not after eating money. People are thinking these journalists and artists are getting into leadership to eat money. Let me tell you, artists, and warn you, do not think you are getting there to eat money. And you will not get a chance to eat money because we will not allow you to eat money, because that is my work, oversight, to ensure you don't eat money. Because you have your salary. You have your salary that goes about 500,000 shillings. Why are you stealing money meant for a show? Why are you stealing that kind of money? So these numbers have to be there. And I mean, also challenging our leaders who are coming into, please ensure you share your numbers with your people. In my constituency, there is a fund for sports. I'm being told today that money, no one knows where it has gone to. Every constituency has a sports fund.
Exactly.
Every CDF has about 20 million or 10, 15 million Kenya shillings to develop sports. In my constituency, there's a problem. I started a tournament last year in July. June, July. That kind of a tournament has never been done before by a sitting member of parliament. And if they be done, is so much in the past. It is only us individuals. I know my good friend Bramwell Karamoja, who is a person, former footballer, is the only one doing this kind of footballs. Myself doing those kind of footballs. Private people doing those kind of stuff.
And
yet there is money meant for that.
That has been set apart for that specific
I will not
purpose.
Eat anybody's money. Karen, you are here, you are taking it from me.
Yes, before you become the MCA.
Before I become the MCA, put me on the spot, Karen.
Yes.
I will not eat money. And every money that is used will be published, whether on social media, whether on the platforms of the county assembly, or whether on the platforms of Manda Shivanga. Manda Shivanga has no platform, has no website. We should be having those things so that our people know what is happening every other time.
Exactly. And as a journalist, you play. This is the advantage of having a journalist as a leader, because you also play oversight. That is basically your job. My job, I will be here to keep you responsible because I have hosted you here. But better even, those websites having even platforms like apps, for Manda Shivanga people. I have had stories here running on farmers in drought areas, and apps are being developed to tell farmers when is it going to rain, what areas can you find pasture. So I believe that the same thing can be done.
It will be done. They use a lot of WhatsApp. They're very, in Manda Shivanga people, Facebook and WhatsApp is big. We will sit down with the technocrats, the people who think and technology, how we can use WhatsApp and Facebook to ensure information reaches every homestead without working with them in those. So we have, as you're saying, this being the journalist world will definitely be a plus
to people of Manda Shivanga if they vote you in as the MCA. I know they are watching. I know they are watching, and I am watching you.
They're watching. That's for sure. I told them yesterday. Yes, yesterday at night I slept at around 2 p.m. after watching the Africa Cup of Nations. So we are discussing how things
were you team Egypt or Senegal?
Melanin.
Okay. Then this would make me ask, because you are not the first media personality or journalist to get into office. What happens to them? They go, Tony Kwalanda is here, his Facebook is open, you text him now, he will respond instantly. And then 1 year into office and we can see you. The one random picture we see of you is... it's my director is saying with the president on your way to Dubai. That's the one we see. What happens to these artists when they get into office?
Well, it's currently I don't even respond to so many messages. I think I need a PA.
Yes,
I'm saying this. Yeah, KUTV, please get me a PA at Kenyatta University. Yes. I need one because it's tedious. You are meeting people, and you're meeting people from 8 a.m.
Yes.
all the way to 10 p.m. in the night. So you might even lack time to look at your WhatsApp or your post on your Facebook and all that. Right now, I have that chance. I used to have that chance. Ni slay, niende coast, ninue mikono, miju. Hata kina director najua amenona mkuwa nikitoa mashati, nikiswim. I will not have that time.
Yes.
I will be representing my people. I'll be legislating for my people. I'll be doing oversight. They will not have time. However, we will not miss to take your calls and talk to you.
Yes.
Because now we want to talk with people who can give us ideas and concepts to talk to the people. That's okay. Nipigia simu niambe, Tony niaje, form, your story sina sahi.
Exactly.
I need people who we can talk about. Nataka unipatie biashara ya kufanya kitu fulani. Ama I have an idea for this. Those are kind of conversation. So don't worry, we will not stop talking. We are changing the way things are done. Sitaki watu waanze kusema ati sisi ni watu wa snob. We don't snob any person.
Yes.
It's just that we are committed so much with these activities. And don't blame the leaders. It is chaotic for them, by the way. It is really. So we will make time to be talking to them. If you find my peer talking to you, understand. However, if you introduce properly, we shall get to you and we shall get back to you. However, I'm not only the MCA leader for Mandashivanga, I'm a national leader, and that's basically what I want. I've mentioned Karen, one day I'll be the governor, one day I'll be the president. So I have to start showing attributes of being a national leader, or a regional leader, or a continental leader. Look at Raila Odinga, His Excellency, Right Honorable. He's in the AU. He's not longer the person who's from Nyanza. He is a national leader, an international leader. So that is my vision. I just want to be an MCA for the sake of an MCA. I'm looking to becoming an MP.
Yes.
I'm looking to becoming a senator.
To climb the I'm
looking to become
to keep
to be the
going
Obama
up
of
the
this
ladder.
world,
Exactly.
to be the Let Nelson Mandela of this.
I like that. Noni Soni pale Facebook anasema Tony Kwalanda has a development agenda, but he sounds like a politician. Easy promises. He's saying these too many promises. Will they all be kept? But he's saying all the best in your journey as an MCA. But he's saying will they really be kept?
They will certainly. I will take what I can chew. The problem with the politicians in the past, they have been promising heaven and earth. Our 9 stadiums, we've never seen our 9th stadium. With due respect the current government. However, just promise what you can deliver.
Exactly.
I have told my people in my ward, my first step, especially someone was telling, Tony, it's not your job to put electricity in people's homes. I don't care whose job is it to put food on someone's table or to put electricity in someone's house.
Yeah.
If I have connections at Kenya Power, I will do that job.
Exactly.
If it's pushing for that, maybe it's that those papers are lying in Kakamega to get connections in every single homestead.
Exactly.
If I go there and use my presence and use my connections, why not?
I wish those are the problems that we will have in the next 5 years, wondering why is the MCA doing the work of an MP, but the work is done. Like I am looking forward to those positive type of problems.
Let us hit each other on our jobs, but at the end of the day, our mwananchi are able to get services.
Exactly.
I wouldn't care how whatever we do. Those are basic things. So my electricity will be my first thing, because people cry electricity.
Exactly.
Because
power.
Once you give them power, they will not even ask for a shilling. They'll not even ask for a job. Because jobs are generated from electricity.
Exactly.
That's basically what people want. They're idling there because they don't know what to do. They don't know. Give them power.
Exactly. I wish people would understand what you have said. If you have a public address system, you have given jobs to even the border guy. So if you have power, you have given a work to a lot of people in that line. If you repair a road or make a new road, you have given jobs to so many people. And that is all we are asking, especially from our MCA, because they are our direct people. We are asking for the bare minimum. Like, I hope by the time your 5-year term is over, I honestly wish that Manda Shivanga will be, you
will come, Karen. You will come see Manda Shivanga, and you'll appreciate Manda Shivanga. You'll feel like you're in Westlands. You'll feel like you are somewhere in Malindi enjoying yourself.
Exactly. I will want to come and hold you accountable to that. You have already mentioned, but who is the world leader that you look up to? You're like, their leadership, I would like to do this.
I like in the world.
Yes.
I like I just like the former president of the US.
Yes.
I just like how he speaks. Yani, how he presents himself.
Yes.
Yeah, that's something that every leader needs, because I talk to people almost every other time. Yes. So you have to endear yourself you have to make yourself be listened to.
Yes.
Otherwise, if you are boring, they will not listen to you. Wale, there were rainbows in the village who will not listen to you if you are boring.
Exactly.
Your handsomeness will not take you anywhere. Yes. You must charm them. And charm them, give them hope. That's what Obama gave all of us. Even us in Kenya, Obama gave us hope because he has connections to Kenya. But the way
we felt like we are in the US.
We are in the US, and there is hope. If Obama gets it, we'll have development.
Yes.
That is what I want to transmit to my people in Manda. I want to give them hope. I just don't want them to be born in Manda Shivanga, school in Manda Shivanga, get married in Manda Shivanga, die in Manda Shivanga. No.
Yes.
I want them to be people. They want them to come to Ukunda and they say, I come from Manda Shivanga.
Exactly. And say, I met Karen in Ukunda. These are the things we've been able to do.
Hope to the people. So Obama is my person I really look up to, and the way he presents himself.
Yes.
Kudos to him. And then, of course, in Africa or in the country, we have several. I like how William Ruto, and I'm not endorsing him.
Yes.
I like how William Ruto is very good in terms of his oratory, how he speaks, how he just gets the crowd charged up to bring out his information. It's one thing to have good ideas. It's one thing to want the president, but how are you going to deliver yourself? How are you presenting yourself to the people? How are you presenting this cake?
Exactly.
That is normal. I just love how he does. Also, my good friend, His Excellency Raila Odinga.
Yeah.
I mean, due respect to him, and look what he has going through.
Yes. And
to where he has reached. He deserves to be, I don't know, he's a legend. I don't even talk about Raila. Yes, I to mention about him, but he's such an admirable leader. Yes. He might have his faults.
Yes, of course.
Everybody very human to that. So, Raila Odinga, you're right, honorable. Good job. His Excellency Deputy President William Ruto, perfect. I just like how he presents himself. Nelson Mandela, the former. I liked how, because these people have something they just transmit to the crowd, to the people, giving hope. The only thing we need to do is give hope to someone.
Yes.
That they can want to have the urge to face tomorrow.
Yes. I want you to talk to a number of people in your capacity as both a journalist, an artist, an aspiring politician. I want you to talk to the youth. Start with the youth in Manda Shivanga, all the youths that are supposed to vote, because I believe not just the youths in Manda Shivanga, they are supposed to vote for you, but there are youths all over the country that are supposed to choose their MPs, choose their MCAs, choose their senators, their women rep. What would you tell them as they go to cast that vote?
It's my fellow youth. I'm a youth.
Yes.
38. I'm going to 40 very soon.
Yes.
So life starts at 40. So this is in our youth. When you're voting, I know we had this voter registration, the second one.
Yes.
And not many youth came out to cast their vote because they're saying, I don't care because the system will rig the particular. Your vote is very key.
Yes.
Obama mentioned it. Biden mentioned it. These top world leaders,
yes.
The kind of loser of this world have mentioned it. It's very important. Your vote is very important. Regardless of what happens, your vote is key. Let no one lie to you that a system will steal. Let no one lie to you that your vote will get lost.
Yeah.
The voter registration ended yesterday. However, for the next time, please take your vote and vote wisely. I know right now people are giving out money, dishing out cash to try and lure people to vote for them.
Yes.
My fellow youth, in Manda Shivanga, in all wards, Manda Shivanga is ward number 1006, and these other many wards in the country that we have. Let's vote in people who will give you hope, who will give you a chance to see tomorrow, who will assist you and your children and your fathers and your grandfathers, because we live in a community that has so many people. They depend on us.
Exactly.
And the youth are the people who run around in our ward. So vote in someone who will give you connections. Vote in someone who will give you something to take home. Don't vote for someone who will just be there for the money. After that, they disappear. That is what's happening currently now. In my area, the MCA has never come after being elected in one section of the particular ward. He has never appeared in any of that particular ward. Why? But before, when he was looking for a vote, he was walking around door to door. After that, you don't. I will be knocking at people's doors even in the morning to ask them what
in the office.
Yes, kuja nipatieni chai, nimekuja na sukari. Bandu mama ndashibanga esenda chenda ta mtinyumba tiyenyu asubuhi ndakugurira majani nende sukari. Nditsa kushesi asubuhi every morning to check on you. That is the work of an MCA because I'm just like your father.
How about you realize we will be watching?
Karen, I'm promising you, if I go astray, tell me. And we are open to criticism.
Exactly.
It is good to take in the things you're not doing so you can correct and learn. That's the only way you will learn.
Exactly.
I'm not a monopoly. Yes, I'm not a monopoly of ideas. I'm not a monopoly of projects.
Exactly.
There are people in my world who have so great ideas.
Yes.
The only thing they don't have is facilitation. If we facilitate those chamas, those young men, those old people, those football teams, if we facilitate them, you will hear about Mandashibanga. You will hear about that word in Marsabit. You will hear about that word in Lamu.
Exactly. And I am waiting to hear about it, especially Mandashibanga, to hear the developments that are happening. Second, I want you to talk to fellow artists, fellow media personalities. You are in this together. You're in this initiation process together. I believe they are, in terms of the life that you have had, the experience that you have had is very similar in the media scene. So what would you like to tell them? These ones that are vying for political seats.
My fellow upcoming politicians or already politicians were being grilled and of course encultured into this event or in this particular road they've taken. Let's stand up for our people. Just the way artists we charm the crowd, just the way we entertain the people, just the way we give information, just the way we use our art to make us feel good and other people feel good. Let's now transfer that energy now into our leadership. Let's make our constituents, our people, our communities happy, entertained, and just feel good. Yani, you see the way people buy tickets to go and watch Jalango perform, the way they buy tickets to go and watch MC Jesse on Churchill, the way they buy tickets. Let's transfer that energy to our people. Let them always be looking forward to come and hear from us to assist them. Also them come to us, we assist them. We put our minds together. That is basically my message to the artist. Let's transfer this. Let's not go there with greed that we are going to make money, we're going to get contracts. No. At the end of the day, you should be the most poor sort of person in your community because you are using a lot of money and resources in your mind to give out.
Others, exactly.
Yes, give out. Be a servant leader. It is not a joke to be a leader. Just be a servant leader. Make someone be hopeful for tomorrow. Because through that, we will create other leaders will come out. Because the kind of leaders that our children are seeing is so pathetic. Our leaders are seeing leaders who don't show up, who eat money. What are we teaching our growing up children? Let's be the artists now to change that narrative whereby we are transferring this energy and these virtues to our young children so that when they grow up, they'll become responsible MCAs, responsible senators, responsible MPs. That is basically my first term to drive that energy so that people will be like, yes, I can be an MC, a responsible MC, a truthful MCA, a truthful MP. That is what I want to do in the first year.
Exactly. I like that. And I like the fact that we as in the media space, we already have the energy. So all you need is to now transform that energy, get it into politics and deliver. Because we already know how to grab the attention of the people. Now that we have it, can we use that and actually fulfill our promises and do that? I want us to go to as we close. General, what are your 2 cents about the political state of the nation right now? Because a lot is happening. And I mean 90% of our news updates are politics, left, right and center. But what are your 2 cents about the political scene right now?
I don't know if it's two sides of the coin.
Yes.
It's either positive,
yes,
negative. So everything has its own side.
Yes, pros and cons.
Yeah. So right now it's a bit. If you look at the prices of commodities, I'm looking at price of commodities.
Yeah.
They have skyrocketed so much.
Yeah.
And someone was telling me, yes, the way these MPs and leaders are doing so much in terms of trying to campaign for themselves. If they were doing that so much in their respective positions as leaders, whichever they were, whether deputy, whether party leader, or whether MC, if they did that, I'm telling you, our fuel prices will not be at 130.
Exactly.
We wouldn't be having that.
Actually, my yesterday when we were talking about the end of the voter registration, a friend of mine was asking me, this BD that the government has put into putting these centers in Manda Shivanga, there are 17 of them. How if we put the same energy into giving them electricity, giving them water, because that makes you feel. He was actually telling me, kumbe this government knows where we live. No.
They know until your granary where you put your cash crops, your maize after harvesting.
Exactly.
They know how many chicken you have.
Yes.
You know those chicken tax. They know how many goats, sheep you have.
Exactly.
Which means they know the kind of needs you need or what kind of services you need in the world.
Yes.
So going to deploy IEBC with 19 billion Kenya shillings for an election,
yes,
it's really, an election is okay, it's okay, but the same energy should be there just after the election. Put the 19 billion for service energy. Delivery. I mean, prices of food should not be this high.
Yeah.
The food I was eating at 150 shillings at my kibanda in Ngara, right now is 220 shillings. In the last 6 months, what has happened? Our leaders are sitting down, doing a lot of nothing.
Yes.
That is wrong. That is criminal.
Exactly.
So the political situation in the country is very unfortunate, I should say. However, it just has to happen. There is no other ways that we are going to go. That's how we do our things in Kenya.
Yes.
However, let's change this. Let me be that voice that puts some sense into someone at least. One day they can be thinking, yes, I need to do something on this and this. As we allocate these monies, let's also allocate it to the basic needs of our people. Because this money, I mean, someone in the ward is telling me that they are now building the roads. Yani a whole atana ibu. A leader comes to me, amevaa suti, anakuja kuniambia ati nimekuja kufanyia favor, ati ni pesa yangu nimekupatia ati basari, ati mimi ndo nimejenga hii barabara, ati mimi ndo nimeleta hii stima. My people in the wards, our communities, let no one ever lie to you that they are doing you a favor.
And they are going to their pockets.
That is your money.
Exactly.
Yes, they are not. It's not their pocket. That is your money. Your money that you're paying through taxes by buying these things highly. So let no one lie to you that they're doing you a favor.
By bringing
telling you, by goodies,
by giving your children bursaries.
That you're now giving you bursaries.
Exactly.
Right now, where have those been bursaries too? I'm sometimes very bitter because in my own constituency, I applied for a bursary, which I never got in my own constituency. So those are the kind of things I will have to change because we have needy people who need it.
Yes.
Bright minds. I'm not the A material in my word, but we have
but look
A
at
material.
you. Like look at what if you got a bursary?
Exactly.
Life would have been so
now
much
give that
easier.
bursary to another A person.
Exactly.
What will we be having in our ward? We will be having doctors, pilots, and all those kind of people.
Yes.
So the political situation is usidanganywe, see favor. That is your right. Let no one lie to you.
That they're doing you a favor. Guys at home, I hope that you are watching this and you're listening to this and you will put them accountable for each and every word that is said. Finally, as we close, I want you to talk to the people of Manda Shivanga. Feel free, use whatever language. You are Kenyan. Talk to them.
Karen, I was practicing yesterday night. I'm going to say this on air.
Here is your chance.
I was not very lucky. Abashere Manda Shivanga, abasakhulu, abasiani, abakhana, abafani biashara, bandu bose okhole Manda Shivanga. Viongozi befu bakhola ko ikasi. Bakhola ikasi mwabanyalirwa. Bakhola fundufunyishi lakini sibashiro khola fundufu yonyofo bulayi sana kabisa ta. Manda Shivanga nanyamumbere shifumbe shino eshisako shino shichira already khuchachire mipango chief khuchachire tsi project khuchachire miradi chilabakhonya lenjera tsakhayi sai Manda Shivanga abasiani balasamla abasiani balomba tsinzu abasiani bachachire khola fundu fulani It's school site ben and fundu for la horra masomo kabo. Denjera bashere babere mufukundi ndachendera fukundi funyishi kabisa manda shibanga ndaba borombo balombe fukundi funofube formal esenda bahonya ndabahora connection tsikampo ne khole irwanyi tsitse khole shina mukasi ninywe itushire nyanga yabandu bamanda shibanga abakabarasi befu khole igweni kurenya tishirinje mufuko tyaba kwa basiani basahulu babe namangondo bashere babe namangondo kurenya abantu bose babe nishini sho khokhola mumanda shibanga kurenya abantu bekhale mutsisoko mbo ne badenjera basho banyola tsintawe kurenya mbu mupare khwitsa Nairobi no khonyola mangondo tawe kurenya muyikhale manda shibanga munyole tsisendi mumanda shibanga khopere ikura Tony Kwalanda tarehe 9 mwezi wa August khopera khumundu ndita khopera mundu undi engorwa nyasa abalinde.
Amazing. When he said he stayed up all night practicing, he meant it. He meant it, guys. No, just a short. I hope people from Manda Shivanga have heard what Tony Kwalanda has to say, and I hope that as you go to cast your vote, you are going to do exactly that. Now, I would like you to brief now that in 1 minute to our non-Luya speaking. This is Arts&Culture Monday. Yes. So we accept diversity is basically at our heart.
Yes.
But for our non-Luya speaking audience,
yes,
who are out there, probably others from Manda Shivanga who can't say a word in Luya, and they're just wondering, we want to vote for you, but what have you said?
Just say.
Exactly, just in under a minute.
I was telling my Manda Shivanga people, the women, our lovely women, our ladies, our young men, our old men, our farmers,
yes,
our hard-working workers, those of course also in Nairobi, because they also go to the village and all that. I was basically telling them that it's a high time we bring in someone who will ensure that every person in this ward will participate in the development projects of making Manda Shivanga great.
Yes.
People say, Tony, you're using the slogan of Donald Trump. I don't care which slogan I'll use, as long as it puts food on the table and a smile in someone's family or in any homestead. That will be my responsibility. I'll make a sacrifice. In fact, I'm even thinking, it's a strategy I'm already planning. My first, because we have different groups, that's what I'm telling them. I have different chamas in the ward. Chamas that are very informal, they want to be made formal, they just don't have capital. In my first salary as an MCA, and I'm saying it here, Karen, you will take me to that. My first salary, I will sacrifice it. And people say these are promises that people say so they can get votes. No, I'm saying it here, you can put me to task about it. My first salary will go into loaning every group or every chama, lady, women, museum, as long as they are a group a setup, a structure that are doing an activity that I don't know how I think we earn something to the range of 200,000 or something.
Yes.
That money will be distributed across all these groups to set them, to give them a jump start. Kama sa ile batu unaweka kwa gari na shtuka ukiweka. That's what I want to do with this group. Once those groups come alive, we will see development projects in Manda Shivanga. That's in a nutshell what I was trying to tell them.
Yes.
And that is what I'll deliver amongst other development projects. And electricity will be number one.
Exactly. Electricity
will be number one. Once we have that, we are totally sorted
Everything
out.
else
Every
is
other
ready.
sector will be easily be able to that.
Wow. Thank you so much. There's some comments coming in. Miriam Juki is saying, great discussion. Thank you very much. Toto Mariam is saying, great to see media personalities being bold enough to go for the political elective seats. And I think I couldn't agree more. I know we come from a place of a lot of positivity because our entertainment industry doesn't have a lot of controversy per se. It is there, but in comparison to the political, other side, there's a lot of controversy. So we big you up. We are not blind to the fact that this takes courage.
It's difficult.
Exactly.
It needs a lot of resources. People think Tony is so rich, he was born in a rich family. No, I was never born in a rich family. I can tell you that for sure.
Yes.
I've paid my school fees, the entire campus. It tells you a lot about where I come from.
Exactly.
And I don't want someone to go through that. So if you have 10 shillings, if you have 50 shillings, if you have any expertise, I have people who have already offered. I have people, Alvin Wesonga in Kakamega has offered to do all my graphics, volunteer work. They are supporting me. There's someone else who is already doing my videos, who's doing my photography for free.
Yes.
Now, that is the kind of support we need.
Exactly.
Next time you are running, Karen, I will also extend the same.
Yes, and be there.
always be there for this artist. You might be thinking MCJC Jalango have all the money. Yes, they could be having all this money.
Yes.
But if you can chip in your expertise, your money,
go ahead.
Please do. Because one day you will need me when I'm a Kamze as a board chairman of a party, and you will call me.
Yes. Not even that, when you're governor.
When I'm governor, you will ask me to come and ask for your support. So support each other. Support system is very important.
Yes.
10 shillings, 50 shillings. If you have a car, give them. They go campaign. If you have PA, if you're an MC is coming. I have a goat eating this Friday at Taidi's Tavern in Upper Hill. Dr. Ofweneke has offered to do MC services for free.
Exactly.
We are supporting each other. Please,
exactly.
My Luya people. And let me just be discriminatory. Luyas, let's support each other. Let's stand with each other. All these other communities are very good. Kikuyus are very good in supporting each other. Let's learn from them. Let's learn from them and support each other to grow each other and benefit each other. Kambas do the same thing. People of Mijikenda in Coast do the same thing. Let's do the same thing for our people. Then we can meet in the middle and enjoy on the beaches of Nyali and Inatam.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. That has been Tony Kwalanda. Well put. I believe you have heard his each and every word eloquently spoken. I want to say beating corners, which is not correct English.
No, it's okay.
But yes, very, very straightforward, very open in everything that he has aspired to do, and he has even given us a plan on how he is going to do it. So people of Manda Shivanga, would you do this for us so that by the time he becomes governor, president, by where we can vote, I will personally cast my vote for him, and I hope that the people of Manda Shivanga will actually do that. Remember, we are having a conversation on artists and whether they are ready for the political scene, and Tony Kwalanda has greatly helped us maneuver through that discussion. But I'd still like to hear your feedback before we close. We have about 25 minutes to do this, so stick around and enjoy Art and Culture Monday. Tony, thank you.
Thank you very much, and thank you to the people of Manda Shivanga and the team that assists me to this job, and those volunteers. I must thank them. I cannot do this job alone. I have a range of people who really work day and night to ensure Tony is what he is, both in Manda Shivanga and in Nairobi, because both sides need each other.
Exactly. So thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you. Such a blessing.
Thank you so much.
Blessing is your name, or is a name on social media?
It's my name.
It's been a blessing to be at KUTV this morning. Asante sana.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys. We want to take a short break. When we come back, we get into our last 30 minutes of the show, and they are going to be hot. So stick around.